Darkest Dungeon is a challenging, turn-based RPG game. In short, it's a game about suffering. You will uninstall this game multiple times, only to return to it the following day. Most of you love it, but some of you may even hate it, but only if you suck at it. And that's where I come in, because I'm almost the king of Darkest Dungeon. But be warned, this game doesn't fuck around. You will experience the worst of hate, anger, pain and suffering. So prepare for the worst. This is Darkest Dungeon.
あーにゃんち
そうだ。
テレビ
つけてもいいぞ。
The game begins by creating a new save file and hopping in. Your destination is the hamlet. And guess who is steering your stagecoach? That's right, it's you. Welcome to the Darkest Dungeon 2, the sequel to the first game. Wrong script. It's this guy. What could go wrong, right?
The old road will take you to hell.
On your way to the hamlet, you encounter some enemies, steal some shit food, and after opening a trapped chest, you arrive to your destination.
Welcome home, such as it is. This squalid hamlet, these corrupted lands, they are yours now, and you are bound to them.
Each expedition begins by choosing the dungeon you want to go to. There are several dungeons which you can choose from, each one having its own type of enemies, unique music, and environment. Your goal is to beat Darkest Dungeon in Darkest Dungeon multiple times.
What?
You start by choosing the heroes you want to go with on the selected expedition. And there's also a little shop where you can buy some supplies. So go ahead and buy the whole shop, because you are going to need it. But there's one problem. You will need some space for the loot you are going to collect in the dungeon. So, after selling the whole shop you just bought, you are ready to go. The first thing you do is to open the map. Then you choose the room you want to go to. After choosing a room, you will need to go through this creepy long ass hallway, where you will need to watch out for traps and enemies. Every room is a mystery, unless you have already scouted the room. When entering a room, a few things can happen. It's either going to be empty or full of enemies trying to devour your soul and flesh. And that's where scouting comes in. You eventually want to explore the whole dungeon unless a quest says otherwise. So scouting the rooms around you really comes in handy. Scouting will also reveal everything what's in the hallways, and sometimes can even reveal a secret room, for which you will need a key to get all the spicy loot. Enemies can also appear in the hallways, but not just only basic enemies. It can even be bosses. There can also be some loot, but mostly it's just the stuff you don't want to fucking touch. The combat in this game is amazing. It's basically your squad versus the enemy squad, slapping each other with deadly attacks.
Decimated. A singular strike.
Some attacks apply bleed or blight, that deal damage over time. You can stop the bleeding by using a bandage, or cure the blight with an antivenom. As much as I want to talk only about the positives, I have to reproach some negatives as well. The combat is percentage based. There's a lot of RNG involved. Your characters and enemies only have a chance to hit. The maximum percentage to land an attack is 95%, so it's never guaranteed to hit. The speed mechanic is kinda random. The speed is a number which determines if your character will start first or last. Sometimes a character can have higher speed than the others, but won't play first. Instead, he takes the turn after the other character. This is sometimes confusing, and can cost the life of one of your heroes.
We have an imposter among us.
Women and men, soldiers and outlaws, fools and corpses. All will find their way to us now that the road is clear.
This game has the greatest narrator of all time, and is one of the iconic things that make this game such a masterpiece. Just listen to this.
Another abomination, cleansed from our lands.
The power behind those words, the power behind those lines, it just hits, and it's awesome.
Destroyed. Begone, fiend. A singular strike.
Another thing to keep in mind is your torch. You don't want to let the flame extinguish, unless you are eager for more loot. If your light hits 0, you can't fucking see a shit. The game becomes dark as fuck, and more difficult as well. While exploring the dungeon, you're going to encounter both enemies and interactable objects called Curios. On some Curios, you can use a specific item that will either guarantee that you will receive some loot, or getting more loot than if you were to interact with it without an item. Just don't interact with this, unless you want death. Some Curios actually don't have loot, but can grant you some buffs, or even reduce some stress. Every resource in Darkest Dungeon is important. You don't really want to run out on anything. Your characters actually need to eat in this game, so you don't want them to starve to death. Now, let's talk about the enemies.
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
There's really a large variety of them. Figuring out which enemies are the weakest and which are the strongest is crucial. Some enemies are almost harmless, but most of them are actually busted. And I almost forgot to mention, there's also a stress mechanic in this game, which is... oh boy, it's something else.
This is something else.
Each hero starts with 0 stress, up to a maximum of 200. The problems begin when the stress reaches 100. A lot of things causes stress in this game, so reaching 100 stress is almost a certainty. When a hero reaches 100 stress, 2 things can happen. 1, they become afflicted, which will reduce their stats, and they will start doing stupid shit. They can say to themselves, fuck it, and just pass the round. Or 2, there's a chance they become more powerful, encouraging your squad, applying buffs, and reducing some stress. When they reach 200 stress, they'll receive a heart attack, putting them on death's door, or just straight up killing them if they are already on death's door. Managing your stress is actually more important than managing your health. When your hero reaches 0 health, they won't die immediately. This state is called death's door, and is the most fun mechanic in the game. Every hit on death's door has a chance to kill your hero, which means your hero can become an unkillable beast, but most of the time they just die to a single fucking hit. Some missions are longer than the others, which you can see in the quest description. This determines the length of the dungeon, and if you are able to camp in there as well. And this is the moment to mention camping. Camping is another mechanic that you're going to use in longer expeditions. You can only camp in rooms, not in the hallways. When you set up a camp, you will be asked to choose how much food you're going to give to your heroes, restoring their HP for how much food you are going to give them. After that, you will have a total of 12 points to spend. These points can be spent on camp skills you have equipped on your heroes. There's a total of 8 camp skills for each hero, and you can only equip 4 of them at the same time. After you spend your points, your heroes will rest and the expedition continues. Keep in mind that you can get ambushed while resting. If you do, you will have to fight. There is no retreat. You can prevent the nighttime ambush by some camp skills. Darkest Dungeon also has DLCs, each adding something new to the overall game, such as new trinkets, new hero, multiplayer, enemies, and bosses. And that's not all. You can enhance your experience with some mods as well. Whether you are animal lover or want new challenges, the Game Workshop is the right place for you. You can add more playable characters, new enemies, or just reskins, whatever your heart pleases. For example, you can play as Geralt of Rivia from the Witcher series, or as Kratos from the God of War. And that's pretty much why you shouldn't play Darkest Dungeon, unless you don't have anger issues. So, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.